Hi, in this lesson I'd like to speak to you about how we are blended beings. Now, how is this video going to help you? Understanding that you're a blended being, a blending between conscious or physical being and subconscious or spiritual being is going to help you because you're going to understand what makes things happen. And by having a balance between the two, by being able to understand how each one works best for you, you're going to be able to have a more balanced and happy life. So let's start talking about it, okay? So your spiritual being is everything having to do with your non-five senses. We spoke about it before. As soon as you close your eyes, you go like 80% into the other side, into the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is basically the mind that opens up into the spiritual realm. The subconscious mind and the spiritual world, or the universal consciousness, or there's 100 names for it, are basically one and the same. The subconscious mind or subconscious world is a place of thought, imagination. It's non-physical. It's only positive. We spoke about a lot of the traits of the conscious and subconscious mind, so now you can see where they fit in. The subconscious world is only positive. Okay, it's only inclusive. So anything that's negative is part of the conscious world. Of course, the conscious has to do with the five senses. It has to do with your ego. It has to do with separateness. In the conscious world, I'm me, you're you. I'm the observer, you're the observed. Or the other way around for you, you're the observer and I'm the observed. There's a duality. Okay, there's distinction. Everything is separate from you. In the subconscious world, there isn't. Everything is one. All thought is one. In the subconscious world or in your spiritual side, there's only now. Past and future doesn't exist. That's a conscious creation. So you can kind of see what's going on here. There's a big difference. So how can this help you in your life? Well, one of the biggest ways it helps is by following your emotion that I mentioned in the last lesson, okay? The subconscious mind, if you think of it, the spiritual world, everything, every thought that's ever happened is there. Every idea you've ever had is in the subconscious world. It's all recorded in your mind in that world. So thought is universal. And by the way, if you've ever had an idea, a really good idea, and you were thinking about it, and you decided not to do it, and a few days down the road you saw somebody else do it, you're wondering where that came from? From the subconscious. Because if you can throw out all your thoughts over there, other people can pick them up. Kind of like you had a $20 bill and you dropped it on the ground and kept on walking. Someone's going to pick it up if you don't. And that's why thought is universal. Thought goes outside of your mind. And if you don't believe me, even the medical establishment knows this. The hard word, establishment. To find out what's going on in your head, they use an EEG, all those little electrodes all over your head, and that finds out that, that basically records everything on the inside. So your thought, what's going on in your head can be recorded. Now, go online and do a search of this if you want to find out for yourself. There's a thing called an MEG. Okay, so EEG is electrocephalogram, something like that. MEG is, I can't remember what the word is, megalo, something like, but MEG, they use similar type probes, but it shows what's going outside. They've proven that just before you have a thought, these things register, showing that a lot of the thought you have is out there and then coming in and the other way. Just think of it. We have unlimited storage. Well, if we did, it couldn't be limited within your head. That storage goes outside. So when you think, a lot of your thought goes everywhere. Thought is a spiritual thing, just like imagination. Here's another example. As soon as you relax, like I said, and you'll learn about this later on, and I have plenty of information on my website if you want to see about the different brain waves. As soon as you relax, right now you're in beta because you're learning the beta brainwave state, which is the busy state. But when you relax and close your eyes, you go into alpha. Alpha is a relaxing state, the beginning of the hypnotic state, the beginning of meditation, the beginning of a lot of stress-free relaxation. Then as you go deeper, you go into the theta brainwave state. It's like your thought waves are expanding, okay? Right now, it's only me. As soon as I relax, my thoughts go outward. And if you are beside me, your thoughts go outward and they kind of crisscross. And the more we relax, the more it opens up and everyone else can experience our emotions, thoughts. Have you ever been by the phone before and you reached over for it just before it rained and picked it up? It's funny how you knew on a subconscious level that the phone was going to ring. Or my mother's going to call and you pick up the phone, "Hi, Mom," and it's her. Or you and your wife look at each other and you say, "Yeah, let's go there for lunch." You both had the same thought. That's what happens. Thoughts exude out. You see this in the animal kingdom quite a bit. We spend most of our time in the beta brainwave state, which is the individual, which is the conscious mind. Okay, so the conscious part of the blended being. Animals, their primary sense is the alpha, which is a subconscious state. Now, we're primarily in one stage or another, but nobody is in just one totally. We have all states going on. So all the brainwave states, alpha, theta, beta, all at the same time, but one happens to be primary. This is why you can be working and all of a sudden you get up and go answer the door before it even rang, because something let you know subconsciously that someone was walking up the walkway. This is why a lot of athletes can do things. They get in that zone, and it's amazing how much their mind expands. Or video gamers, that they can do so much because they get so much in the zone. But getting back to the animals, if you ever seen flocks of birds, especially in the fall when they're getting ready to go down south, hundreds or thousands of birds all flying in unison. It looks beautiful. Now, if they could only think consciously, they'd be saying, "Ow, ooh, you take a left. No, go this way, go that way." But subconsciously, on a universal level, they all know exactly where to go instinctively. They're in alpha. The thought is overlapping. So the lead bird goes one way and everyone knows which way they need to go so they don't hit each other. Schools of fish, the same thing. Schools of fish, thousands of fish swimming, but they're not bumping into each other. It's as if they all know exactly where to go because they're doing it on a subconscious level. So subconsciously, we're always sending out thought and receiving thought. Now remember, the subconscious is only positive, only inclusive. So if you ever are thinking about something you want to do and you're getting a negative response, you're feeling bad about it, that's of the conscious mind. Now realizing that the subconscious knows everything, that all thought, everything is in the subconscious, the universal conscious. When you want to know whether you should do something or not, and you're thinking about it, if the answer you're getting feels good and is positive, that's the right answer. Think about that. Now you have your own little crystal ball, okay? You ever seen that magic 8-ball? You shake it. Should I go to the store? Yes. It says yes, no, or maybe. You're unsure. And should I do this? You shake it. Yes, okay? You have your own magic 8-ball, and it's your subconscious mind. So when you're thinking about something, should I do this? And you're starting to feel sick, or some people call it a stupor of thought or negativity, that's not what you should be doing, because the subconscious will never give you negativity, only the conscious mind. Okay, when you feel good about something, that's your answer. When we used to teach metaphysics classes, Raluca and I, we'd show people one of the best, I guess you could say, divination tools, easiest ones that you could use that only cost $0.25. And what was it? It was $0.25. Because we take the quarter and say, think about what it is you want. Only a yes or no answer. And you can do this if you want with $0.25 right now, just to show you how great this blended being thing is. Now think about it, and whatever the answer is, okay, heads is going to be yes, tails is going to be no. So you think about it, should I take that job? And you fling the $0.25 up in the air and you catch it and you put it down. You turn it over and you get tails. No. How do you feel about your answer? Do you feel good about your answer? Then great, that's the right answer. Do you feel bad about the answer? Then flip it over because the answer was yes. The coin does nothing but make you make a decision. And if you feel bad about the decision, then it's the opposite. So now you feel good about it. Do you see what I mean? The coin, the pendulum, all these things just help you to understand, to register your subconscious, your blended being. If you're a blended being, then you need to use both sides. Otherwise, you're only half a being. If you never concentrate or understand or work with your subconscious, if you only do things consciously all the time, only half of you or part of you is working towards your goal. Why not get all of it? Use that blended being. Understand that everything you want, you have. You're a perfect, wonderful being. There is nothing wrong with you. You all have the ability of accessing the subconscious part of you. You're part of greatness. You're part of universality? Is that the word? You're part of this great cosmos. And if I'm part of it, we're part of each other. Isn't that amazing? So, what are you going to take from this lesson? When you want to make a decision, when you want to do something, when you're working towards a goal, if you feel good about it emotionally, it feels great, go with it. That's your answer. If you feel negative, work it out. Think about it some more. Don't go towards it until you feel positive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye now.